Well, hello and Happy New Year. I hope 2025 is treating you all right so far. I am planning out quite a few different projects here for the old Bug Eye, as well as other projects with Spinnywhoosh. So let's jump right onto it then, shall we? So this video, the main project I'm planning on working on is I'm going to be replacing my fuel filter, which it's kind of a cheat video because I've been so fortunate that my fuel filter has been relocated to my engine bay, which I feel like isn't in stock WRXs. If it is, then go ahead and correct me in the comments, but I've already picked up this cheap replacement fuel filter. I've been noticing it has been leaking. It's got some moisture right up on top, but that is today's video. I also wanted to go over some quick updates on some future videos I plan on making, as well as circling back to the previous video that I just posted. I actually finished editing that earlier today, but alright, let's do it in first. Oh, Jesus.
No, God!
That actually was recorded back in November. So at the end of the video, I ended up snapping an axle. That was fun. Decided to do a nice launch, which I've never really done before in a four-wheel drive car. So apparently you're supposed to feather the clutch once you dump it. You just don't dump it, which I did. Revved out to 5-6K, dumped it, and just sheared an axle in half. Luckily, I was able to just limp it home in like first gear, but yeah, just wanted to address that video. I just didn't have that much time coming up after that video to really do any recording of replacing the axle and all that stuff, but ended up getting her done real quickly after that. Wasn't too bad of a project. Alright, so obviously lesson learned from that video. Still haven't even tried to launch it since then. It's just been beautiful freaking driving weather, and I haven't felt like having the car down for that long. But let's go ahead and talk about future projects that I'm going to be working on. So a couple different videos I'm going to be making. I've got probably 2-3 small videos and one big project coming up. So let's go over the small ones. First up is I have a sloppy shifter. I've been missing third like no tomorrow, man. It's just it's in gear, wobbling back and forth. So I've gone ahead. I've ended up picking up some white line bushings, which should make everything nice and nice and firm for the shifter. Looking forward to seeing how this goes together. I'm waiting on one more thing for this. Is I was able to find a Cartboy short shifter. Used really cheap, like $40, so I couldn't say no to that. So I would have already had this in already, but I've got that coming. Another really cool project that I'm planning on working on is I've got this TPU film. Basically, it's a photochromatic film that you will use to wrap headlights, and in the sunlight, it changes colors, which I've got two options. I've got a purple, and I've got a black. I've already put it in the sunlight like once, and in fact, in the sunlight, changes color at night, goes back to normal clear, so it doesn't interfere with the headlights. That sounds really cool. So I can't wait to install this on the car and get a good video of how this works, and I would love to start offering this for sale as well. I'm honestly considering the purple on the car, which I think purple and yellow, complementary colors, and maybe if it really takes off, maybe I'll do like a purple livery on the car, just adding some nice dark matte purple I kind of have in my head. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I feel if I had something like that, it's like I would replace the brown that I have on here already, but I kind of want to go a little further than just replacing, It's what I do. Sure. All right, so I've got that. And finally, the big project I plan on doing to this car has to do with the steering rack. So currently, my steering pump here is leaking. And it still has a stock WRX steering rack, and it just feels like you're driving a frickin' school bus, man. So I've been looking on the forums and researching quite a bit of doing a 2015 STI cut. I got distracted. Okay. So I'm planning on doing a 2015 STI steering rack, like retrofitting it for this car. Apparently it's a really cool mod that's been done a few times. There's a few write-ups on it. I would love to make a full installation video, including just what all parts are needed. Basically, obviously, you got the 2015 rack. It requires a 08 to 14 WRX steering pump, as this will be easiest to install into this and use a high pressure power steering fluid that it requires. But obviously more coming on that in a later video. I've actually just pulled the trigger on all the parts for this, so just waiting on for them to arrive. Very excited for that. So everything's coming together real nice. I actually just had a few projects that I worked on Saturday, like the entire day spent working on the car. It was a great day, but I'll go ahead and do this fuel filter and go over some of those projects that I worked on as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just rambling on at this point, but 2025, baby, is taking off, looking to get back into the garage and doing some more stuff. I know things really slowed down with the videos and everything going into the holidays and all that. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah. All right. So I definitely don't expect this one to be too difficult of a project. Got a freaking Phillips head and a wrench to wiggle off all the wires. So with this, basically I have been smelling, of course it's a flathead. Why wouldn't it be? Well, one of them's a flathead, sure. One of them's a flathead, one of them's a Phillips head. That's silly. But basically, what's made me want to change this is that, basically I would start up the car and just instantly smell fuel. And the top of this has some paint on it and was starting to get discolored. I realized the dang thing's leaking. Not sure what's causing it. I guess just a faulty fuel filter over time. But, well, it was an $8 part. I figured, why not? I have to replace one of these screws as well. But, yeah. Going into some of the other projects I was working on for Saturday. Yeah. Basically, I had a few things that I've been meaning to do. Well, one thing is I had a boost leak. That was none of the fun. It's only making about 5 psi, and I was able to find this little T-line here, air hose that is breaking away to the Jesus, okay. It was breaking away to the boost gauge. Well, that going to the throttle body had a little nick on it, and finally found that. I also want to take that off too, just because it's kind of a pain in the ass right there. Yeah, I mean, the whole bottom of this thing has a bit of fuel on it as well, so yeah, whatever. But I was able to find that, and I had the intercooler, this top mount intercooler taken off, which I'd never really done before. It was all really easy to do and interesting to see how everything worked down there. Let's just take the damn lines off. Okay. I believe this thing just pops off as well, which I'll need to do anyways. But I had the intercooler taken off, and while I was down there, I just so happened to find a freaking coolant leak. It was in the heater core hose, and it was a freaking nick. Wasn't even looking for it. Crazy. I ended up getting that taken off, or fixed and all that. That was a fun little project. Other things I ended up doing is my yellow fog lights on the front ended up burning out on me, so I replaced those with some Oh, some LED bulbs, which I've been wanting to do for a while. Not sure why the hell this isn't coming off. Perhaps the other side will want to budge. Yeah, I figure this is pretty nice that it's located in the freaking engine bay. I also fear this thing will just start spewing fuel everywhere. I guess we'll have to see. But, yeah, oh, what else? That, from the last video, I installed the oil temp sensor, or gauge, in in that sweet bezel I have. So I had to install the sensor into a sandwich plate, so I got to do, the first oil change in the car, which the car was down a couple quarts of oil, of course, so. Alright, got one side off. But I've got this guy going on, installs all the same way. We'll also have to get that mount put back together on there as well. Still to try and determine if this was a stock mounting point for this thing. I mean, I couldn't see it being, but hell, what do I know? Alright. The other one had this little rubber ring going around it, so I'll put that back on. Putting the metal mount around it. And, yeah, taking a look at this old fuel filter, I don't really see anything too rough. I mean, I'm guessing it might have opened around here, so there was some more discoloration around the paints. Yeah, as I pour more fuel all over. Cool. Nothing like some fuel in your engine bay to start a nice fire. Ask me how I know about fires. Fucking stupid. Alright. Slip this side on there. Oh, I do see some liquid coming through there. Maybe I should snip this end as well. Make sure I don't cut too much though, so I can still put it on there. That's about as far as that sucker's gonna go on there. Alright. And yeah, this clamp should be good to go. Alright. That sucker ain't going nowhere. That clamp to put back on there. Yeah. Will feel pressure regular, it looks to be. Get that clamp in there. Sweet. Not putting that on both of my terminals. That looks like now the fun. Okay, this one around, up. We'll push that rubber ring up too. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. And latch that back. That is an installed fuel filter. Put my line back in there. Yeah. Sweet. What the fuck is that to? And hose, cool. Alright. Not bad. So there, ladies and gentlemen, is my installed fuel filter. Now I'll clean up a bit. Set a bit of WD-40 on there. Just need to press on the lines a bit. Should probably go ahead and prime it. I had the fuel cap off while I was doing this. Depressurize the system. Alright. Just to play it safe, let me go ahead and turn on the car. And yeah, open up the garage door a bit. And make sure she ain't got no leaks. Sound good? Yeah, at least here. I don't know. The last thing I want is to have freaking fuel leaks, so make extra sure it's all working. Fitting, right? It was good. Alright. All right, so that should do it for my one-take fuel filter video. Yeah, if you have a WRX, let me know if this is a stock position for this, and if not, where is the fuel filter located? Simple question. Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for all those different video ideas I have coming up. Like I said, I've already ordered the steering rack for the 2015 WRX to retrofit in this car. Definitely looking forward to that project. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. And oh, of course, that freaking white line energy suspension for the shifter. Yeah, God, it's so sloppy. But all right, hope you enjoyed this video. Before I just keep rambling on, like, subscribe, follow, please. It helps the channel out immensely for growing and all that good stuff. And stay tuned for more videos. Till next time.